culture is a huge piece of what we have to offer here at Dedicated. From my recruiting perspective, I implement that right away. That's included in the job posting. That's one of the EVPs, is what I refer to it as, employee value proposition. Basically saying, what we have to offer that's different than other companies. When someone's on Indeed or online looking for a new job opportunity, they're looking for a lot of different things, whether it's pay or benefits. We're competitive on both of those, but a big thing, especially in the newer generation, and has things change, and with remote work and office work, a big thing that people look for is that team culture. What does that look like? So for me, I include that right away up front. It's a big, huge selling piece here of all the different things that we have to offer at Dedicated, whether it's from the philanthropic approach, whether it's just the family feel that our team members have together. You get in here, we have 70 plus people in the company currently and then continuing to grow, but it still feels kind of like that family feel, which unfortunately you don't get in a lot of different companies, especially in our industry within collections and, lending and litigation. That's not the typical feel that most people expect when they're looking at a company like ours. So we have a very unique leg up on kind of the competition. Some different agencies in the local area who are doing what we do or similar to what we do on the business side, they tend to not do that same on the culture side. So I'm right up front with it. It's in the job posting. I talk about it on the first phone interview. We definitely mention it when we bring people into the office for the in-person interviews for the second round. I think, everybody has their unique approach to what they like and what they enjoy about the culture. So, and that's a very common question that we get in interviews. What's your favorite part about working at Dedicated? Those answers are typically fairly similar. It's just whether it's, the people that we have here, it's the mission that we work so hard towards that Sean's created for the company. But there's so many different perspectives around that. So it's one of my favorite questions to get from a candidate in an interview. I could talk about that for hours. It's one of the reasons why I started here at Dedicated. I think it's what keeps a lot of our people here. We have a very low turnover rate to high retention rate compared to our industry and other companies in the industry. So, and I think that's a big part of it. It's just the culture that we have to offer. I always put the mission at the top of that because, we're using business to change the world. We're doing that well, and we're looking to continue to grow that and grow our giving and grow our nonprofit support. And you'll see some companies post up a check at the end of the year to maybe a nonprofit that they work with, but continuously day in, day out, we're supporting nonprofits through our business. We have plenty of opportunities for our team to get involved, and then even their family and friends that they might have who want to support our mission. There's so many different ways, from the service trip to packing meals will feed my starving children to doing drives for different nonprofits, having some of our nonprofits come into the office for our monthly scrum meetings and highlighting themselves and getting their word out there, to the 10-year gala that we had back in January. I think that was one of my favorite things about that gala, was having our nonprofits set up around the ballroom and learning and making connections just naturally there. I think it's, again, a big piece of what we have to offer to people looking to join the company.